Okay, I'm going to clear up some confusion here. I've been looking at YouTube videos and a lot of guys are wondering why they can't get multi-track recording out of this particular type of Behringer board. Okay, the reason you can't do it is because you can only record with the USB interface that's in here. You can only record one stereo track or two mono tracks, one left, one right. Now, I'm using Ableton Live 9, and if you look, Ableton Live 9, if I go to my audio from, I have one stereo track or two mono tracks. Now if I go to options and go to preferences, now I've installed the driver, just so you know. I installed the driver that this came with. Okay. And you can see right there, Behringer USB audio, and I'm shaking all over the place. Okay. So it's got ASIO, which means it has very low latency, but it does have latency. Alright, now I'm going to show you. I plugged it in here, USB, it's right here. It's going over here into my computer. Okay, this is a MIDI cable that I don't. But, okay, now, I have a microphone, ran right into the channel 1, it's unmuted, it's assigned to main. I have 2-track to USB. Now, another thing I want to show you, don't hook this up to your mains, okay? Here's your main. You want to hook it up to the control room out. Now I'm only running one output right now, but I have two events. But if you hook it up, you want to go left and right out to your monitors, and then you use the headphone control room out, and then you put 2-track to that, and then you'll be able to hear it. Now you're going to hear the latency.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
You can hear there's latency on it. If you do it the other way, there will be no latency. But if you do the other way through the mains, you're going to have to keep going back and forth with this stupid button here, and you're not going to be able to get any sound coming from your software when you're trying to multi record. If you try and do like a multi-track. Here, I'll show you. It's actually really simple. This track is armed. Okay? I'm going in 1. Don't even have to pan it. So I'll go like this. I'll hit record. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. You can see I have a level right there. Stop. I'll disarm this track. I'll arm this track. See how this is an input from 2? Okay. Now if I go over to monitor, the auto monitor, or in, I have a signal. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. So now if I wanted to record 2 tracks, and hear my playback, I set it back to the beginning, and then I hit play and record, and then you'll hear my first track along with the second track while it's monitoring the second track. Testing 1 2 3. Testing check 1 2. Now that's just level right there. Now I'm recording the second track though. Test 1 2. We'll go back to this, and you'll see if I turn that off, disarm it, and you'll see that I indeed have 2 tracks right there. See? 2 tracks, and I was able to monitor the first one. If you hook this up through your mains, you're going to have to futz around with this 2-track to USB main back and forth, and you're not going to be able to hear what you're doing. You're not going to be able to hear your first tracks that you recorded. So you have to hook it up through the control room and use that, and then that's what you hear coming out of the monitor too with the headphones. So if you don't want it to come out of the mains, you just take that out of there. Or you don't want it to come out of the control room, you just want it to come out to the headphone. And you just hit this button here. So that's how you multi-track with one of these things. You can't just hook up, 8 microphones and then think that you're going to get a mix, because you can only get 2 tracks, left and right mono or 1 stereo track out of this thing. I hope that helps the confusion, because I was really confused when I bought this thing.